Hey Pisces, let me go ahead and address something really quick. This is the second time that I am shooting your video. I got to the tarot spread, had flipped over the cards and was ready to start reading the cards for you. And my tablet went into a restart function that I didn't initiate. Hi Mercury retrograde. So what I decided to do was just reshoot this video, but I'm going to use the cards that were pulled for you in the first video that kind of got lost because of my tablet restarting on its own. So, here we go again. Welcome, Pisces. How's life? I hope you're well. Why don't you go ahead and set a spell so we can talk about the stars for a while. Eclipse season is ending. I feel like Chicken Little saying that. Eclipse season's ending. Eclipse season's ending. But there's been a lot of changes that have been coming at us pretty quickly, at pretty rapid succession. We've had 3 eclipses, or will experience 3 eclipses in less than a month's time. It's a lot to deal with. The final eclipse will be occurring for us on the 16th. That's this coming Friday. It will be at 24 degrees of Pisces. It'll be a full moon prenumbral lunar eclipse, and this is occurring in your first house, Pisces. The first house is ruled by Aries. It's the house of your personality. It's the house of your physical body and how you look, your appearance. But it's also, I'm starting to see it as like your comfort level in your body as well. Neptune is also in your first house. And Neptune can be a situation where what I'm seeing manifest for a lot of the Pisceans that I know is that it's an issue with boundaries. And if it's not that, then it's an issue with extracurriculars. No judgment, but a lot of people are trying to find ways to make it stop hurting. And these eclipses have been about healing through extreme trauma. So, this full moon prenumbral lunar eclipse will be in conjunct Venus, the planet of love, balance, and harmony, in Libra, the sign that's about relationships and harmony. This is in your 8th house, and Jupiter, the planet of expansion, excess, and achievement, just moved into here as well. So it could be really amplifying this energy. It could be expanding it. It could feel like it's really exploding all of a sudden. Or things are really popping. I don't know how to verbalize that right. The 8th house is ruled by Scorpio, and that governs other people's money. That could be insurance, that could be tax returns, that could be scholarships. It's money coming to you that you didn't necessarily earn through an hourly wage. It also governs sexuality, regeneration, transformation, metamorphosis, life and death, rebirth or birth. Also, your primal or basic instincts are all covered by the 8th house energy. This full moon prenumbral lunar eclipse is going to be squaring Mars, the planet of energy, impulse, and aggression, in Sagittarius in your 10th house. So tension is going to be present there. The 10th house is ruled by Capricorn, and that's the house of your destiny. That's the house where you approach authorities or authority figures or experts in their fields. It's the house of your reputation. It's the house of your status. That could be single or married, partnered, or separated. Mr., Mrs., doctor, nurse, lawyer, esquire, LLC. Those are all statuses. It also governs your career. William Shakespeare said, all the world is a stage, and I look at the 10th house as your stage. It's how you approach the world and how the world knows you. And you've endured some eclipses. We all have. On the 18th of August, we had 25 degrees Aquarius eclipse, and that occurred in your 12th house. That's the house of your secrets and secret enemies, the secrets that you keep from yourself. It's the house of repression, karma, self-undoing, your limitations. Yeah. And on the 1st of September, we had a 9-degree Virgo new moon solar eclipse in your 7th house. And that's a new beginning in partnerships, how you identify with others, counseling, and open enemies. I'm sorry about the coughing, y'all. Open enemies could be testifying in open court against someone, but I'm also seeing it as arguing with somebody in an online forum that other people can witness or see. like that of Facebook or Twitter or even YouTube comments. So it was T squared, between your 10th and 1st house as well. And the 10th house, career, status, reputation, authorities, and destiny. That's your stage that you approach the world on. And the 1st house, and that's where this lunar eclipse is happening on Friday, the house of your personality, your physical body, your environment, your physical environment, and your appearance. So lots of changes. Embrace them. Embrace them. On the 30th, we have a new moon in Libra, and this is in your 8th house. I'll be back around closer to that time to pull some cards for you. But now I'm going to go ahead and shift over to the tarot portion. And y'all don't have to wait because I've already got the stuff pulled. Let me just move my little sheet over here out of the way a little bit so I can still see my notes and where the energy's playing out. Sorry, I've got to get a drink. And try to give you the messages. Now, you had a card fall out while I was shuffling in the video that is now gone forever. And that was the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups in reverse. I feel like this is you. Not knowing what in the hell's going on. What are you going to do? How is this going to work out? We all kind of feel this way right now. Eclipse season does that to every one of us. The seven speaks to your 7th house, which is undergoing some shifts because you just had that new moon solar eclipse in the 7th house of partnerships. Partnerships can be business partnerships. It can be intimate partnerships. It can also be your friendships, your acquaintances, people that you deal with on a very regular basis. That is considered partnerships. The cups represent water sign energy. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and you, Pisces. This, once again, is why I feel like this is you. The background color of the card is a light blue. Very emotional time for you. Not surprising at all. You're a water sign, and anytime the moon moves through you, you're going to feel it. And with it being a full moon, even more so. And with it being a lunar eclipse, even more so. Now, this cloud in the background also makes me want to tell you that there is silver lining in the situation, and you can find it if you so choose. It's not going to make itself readily apparent to you. You will have to dig for it a little bit because it's in the reverse. In the upright, this card represents too many choices. I don't know. What am I going to do? Too many options. None of them are grounded. These are all just still ideas, if you will. Possibilities. But in the reverse, it could be that you are overwhelmed by the different paths that may be opening up or the doors that may be shutting. Eclipse season does that. It's putting you back on the path that you're supposed to be on. Like I said, this was the first card that fell for you, and it kind of fell out before I did the cut and pulled for your actual cards. So I feel like this is how you are starting out the week, starting towards the eclipse. And this may be also how you feel after the eclipse. Like, what in the hell just happened? The underlying card, the bottom card, underlying theme, overarching energy, however you choose to see it, is the Two of Cups. And something I was remarking in the last video that I tried to shoot for y'all that, like I said, is vanished into oblivion. I was remarking while shuffling on camera, pulling these cards, that it looked like you were possibly having, the words that I used was forbidden fruit, okay? And this could be in a career situation, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, because it's dealing with your reputation and your status as well. The underlying theme or the overarching energy for you is the Two of Cups, and this is the minor arcana of the Lovers card. The 2 represents the Taurus-ruled 2nd house of values, and that covers your money, your possessions, your earning ability, and your self-esteem. And the cups represent water sign energy. The water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and you, Pisces. The cups in general represent things that fill you up, things that sustain you, things that make you feel whole as a human being, that reach to your core. I very much feel like this is a relationship. And it's something that is either taboo or inappropriate in some way. Because of the astrology and how it's played out thus far, with the eclipses that have happened, and now the one in tangent that is coming down the line for us. Another thing that I think of when I see this card is also I think of Leo, because of this lion's head right here. It could be involving a Leo or somebody who has that kind of energy in them. Could be their sun, their moon, or their rising. You won't know that unless you know their chart or they've given you that information. I feel like it's going to be a very up and down situation. I mean, even like the waves of water, up and down. And that could be like, I really feel like in this relationship situation, you are attracted to more than one person and don't know how you got there. But this is, okay. Looking at the rest of the cards, I feel like this is involving a fire sign, most likely a Leo or somebody that has strong Leo energy. If they are a Leo sun, their birthday would be between July 22nd and August 22nd. I don't know if that's helpful for you or not, but I feel like this is definitely involving, pardon me, definitely involving a Leo. And I say that because the first of the three for clarity is the Page of Wands in reverse. The Page of Wands is someone who is impulsive. They are egocentric. They can be very imprudent, especially in the reverse. The page also represents an age group of like 16 to 17 through 26 to 27 at the absolute very latest. Some people say it earlier. It depends. Just immaturity. Not quite as big as they think they are. The Wands energy is representative of the fire signs, which are Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I really feel like it's a Leo. If it's not a Leo, it's definitely a fire sign. But yeah, this next card that I know y'all can see in the shot is why I feel so strongly that it's dealing with a Leo. The middle card is the Sun in reverse. Now, the Sun is the ruling luminary of the zodiac sign, Leo. All right. It is the 19th card of the major arcana. Sorry. 1 plus 9 is 10, and you are having a Mars square in your 10th house to this full moon occurring on this coming Friday. The 10th house is your career, your status, your reputation, your dealing with the authorities or experts, lawyers, doctors, dentists, plumbers, people who know what they're doing. It also deals with your destiny. Now, the Sun as a major arcana card is representative of the Sun. And that's your self-expression. That's your will. That's your assertion. That's your life force. And you could be feeling sick. You could be feeling ill right now. That's another way that this could manifest for you. Because I see, whenever I see the Sun in reverse, I do think of not feeling your best. It could also be speaking to the fact that the moon and the sun are in opposition during this prenumbral lunar eclipse, and that can be why this is also in the reverse. Pisces, you need to follow your gut. If you aren't feeling safe in a situation, and this could be for just one person, but if you aren't feeling safe in a situation, you need to follow that gut instinct and get yourself to safety. Because it looks like this is going to be a very emotional situation, and you're dealing with somebody who is coming at you from a subjective point of view, and it looks like it could be a blow up, a blow out, and a huge argument. The final card that you got was the Tower upright. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. If you aren't feeling safe, Pisces, in a relationship or in an argument or something to that effect, if you've got something in your gut saying this isn't safe for me, if you've got the hairs at the back of your neck standing on end, please, please, please delay the situation, remove yourself from the situation, and allow things to calm down. I can't help but feel a very panicked feeling right now. A lot of it is indicative to my very best friend in the world lost her mom in a domestic violence situation at the beginning of the summer, the night of May 31st. The Tower represents the planet Mars, and that's also in your 10th house, and there's tension present there. That's why I had that extreme reaction to, if you don't feel safe, you've got to get out. The Tower is it's representative of Mars, and Mars is the planet of energy, impulse, and aggression. It's a crisis. It could also be profound discovery. You could be finding something out about your partner. It doesn't have to necessarily be your partner coming at you. You could be finding something out about your partner. It could be ground shifting. It could be world changing. You could feel like the rug has been pulled from underneath your feet, because the majority of these character cards are in the reverse. This Tower being the final card of the top three for clarity is no surprise. With the full moon lunar eclipse occurring in your first house, it's going to feel like this. Don't freak out though. Breathe through it. Understand that this is the universe opening and shutting doors, sometimes slamming doors in your face to get you where you need to go. The majority color of the card in the background is black. It reminds me to tell you that it is always darkest before dawn, and hold on to that dawn. There's silver lining in the situation. Even if it isn't apparent to you right now, it will become more apparent to you as time goes on. These cards are very significant for a very personal, I pulled a tarot card spread for trying to find answers after Angie was taken from us. And I'm getting a lot of those same feelings while I'm reading this reading. So please, please, please be careful with yourself. Be careful with your safety. Be careful with your boundaries. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. With Neptune being in your first house, people can be kind of overstepping their bounds with you. Don't allow that to happen. Protect yourself. I'm sorry for sounding so panicked. I'm sorry. I have to give you what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing. And that paired with the astrology, at the end of the day, the only person on this planet who is responsible for your safety is you. There are a lot of people who have been taken from this planet in belief that their loved one would not do anything to harm them. This feels like a domestic violence situation. I don't know any other way to see it. I totaled up the cards. You got the 7 of Cups. You've got the 19 for the Sun. You've got 16 for the Tower and 2 for the Cups. That added up to 44. 4 plus 4 is 8, and that is the Scorpio-ruled house of life, death, rebirth, primal instinct, basic instinct, sexuality, regeneration, transformation, metamorphosis, and other people's money. The healing and meditation card that I got for you was equanimity. I think meditation would do you well. I think if you can get in water and meditate, that would do you even more better. Lord, that sounded Louisiana. If you could get in water, it would sound even more better. I think that the benefits of the meditation would be boosted if you were able to meditate in water. There. Sounds a little bit more educated. Smidge. The equanimity card reads, the mind and body affects the well-being of one another. Regular meditation is an excellent stabilizing influence. Whenever you feel assailed by the trials of daily life, maybe in a crowded place such as a subway train, you can restore your mental and physical equilibrium by practicing a calming meditation. Consider the following, Pisces. May I be steady in this period of change. May I be present in this period of difficulty. May I be centered in the heat of the moment. May I be free from obsession with the past or future. Find your center. The butterfly oracle cards that I pulled for you, the first is dealing with a healthcare change. Now, this healthcare change could be you, a partner, someone close to you, someone in your inner circle, or dealing with one of your animals possibly, or a parent. I think that one of the best ways to work through tension is by exercising. I'm a strong advocate for yoga because I believe that anybody can do yoga. It's low impact and it moves the energy of the body through the body, and it handles the stress with breath control. Yoga can truly be done by almost anybody on the planet. And it's not about getting flexible, but that's a benefit. It's about strengthening and elongating your spine and making it strong so that you can be healthy for your entire life. It's about strengthening your organs, strengthening your lungs and your breath. Teaching you how to control your breathing patterns. The majority of human breathings breathe so shallow. If you actually sit back and open up your diaphragm and fill your lungs fully and actually let that air out in a slow, steady, methodical rate, it can calm so much of your mental faculties. It can calm anxiety. I'm not saying it's going to help you in the throes of a panic attack, but it can help try to prevent the panic attack from even happening. So when I say breathe, baby, breathe, that's really what I mean. Sitting back, opening up your diaphragm, taking a deep cleansing breath and letting it out slowly through your nose. And if it doesn't feel any better, do it again. And if it doesn't do any, keep doing it until it feels better. This could also be that you need to get a second opinion from a practitioner that is helping you with your healthcare right now. And if you aren't being seen about healthcare-wise, this is an oracle card that is urging you to advocate for your own healthcare and actually do the big boy or big girl thing and call and make the doctor's appointment and actually go. You have to value your physical body, and part of that is taking care of it and making sure that you are being seen about. The other card that was pulled for you is finances. Now, you may be having an argument with somebody over finances because Venus is representative of resources as well. going on in your 8th house, Jupiter being here. It could be a big argument about finances. It could be a big argument about resources and where you're spending and where your partner thinks that they need to spend. Finances are one of the biggest triggers for blow-up arguments between couples. Try not to let that be a trigger in your world. And understand that the finances and the resources that we have, it's a cycle. It comes and it goes, and it will come back again. It will come back again. That's not to be irresponsible with what you have. Be a good steward with what's been given to you. But also understand that there are times of lack and lean, and there are times of fat. It's just the way that it goes. It teaches us to be grateful for what we have and how to better utilize what we have when it's a lean time. My friends love to joke with me about how I can improvise just about anything. I have coined a word that I like to use in my own circle. I will share it with you. I am a master of pimp-provisation. I know how to pimprovise. I know how to make things happen when you don't think that they can. I have made chili for 10 people using deer sausage and kidney beans and tomato soup. And it didn't taste half bad. I'm saying, you use what you got. It may not be perfect, but sometimes those are the best damn memories you got. All of my friends in North Shreveport know that I can throw down in a kitchen. But when I ain't got no money, we still gonna figure out how we gonna eat. Maybe that's Louisiana too. I don't know. Okay. The Sacred Rebels Oracle card that was pulled for you is what is already with you. The number 8 keeps coming up. This is the 17th card of the Sacred Rebels Oracle deck, and that reduces to 8. 1 plus 7 is 8, and that is the Scorpio house of other people's money. Hello. Life, death, rebirth. Metamorphosis, just being butterflies in themselves. Transformation, primal or basic instinct. Regeneration, sexuality. I think you already know the way that you're supposed to go, even if you aren't willing to acknowledge it. It could still be bubbling under the surface. I cannot help but stress again, if you do not feel safe in the situation that you are in, please find safety. Like, my insides are trembling, and that doesn't normally happen when I do readings. This was the Journey of Love Oracle card that fell for you. The Communal Dance. This is the 5th card in this 70 card deck right here. The 5th card speaks to the Leo, Leo ruled house of pleasure, social life, children, and creativity. The 5th house is also where you fall in love, and that's where you make your babies. Be careful. Please be careful. The Communal Dance reads, Lover, you have been alone too long. Your community calls you to surrender your isolation for this moment in time and instead join the cosmic conga line. Do you know how special you are? So much so that this community would not be the same without you. Your individuality and uniqueness can only enhance this group of souls that calls you to dance with them. Men and women, human and spirit, heaven and earth. Your community is vast and rich and has so much to share with you. Be lifted in celebration of belonging. Recognize that you are part of something great. Can your heart grow warm with recognition? You belong. You are meant to be a part of this great dance of love awakening on the earth. Your heart is already beginning to beat to the rhythm of the music. This oracle brings you guidance. You are being drawn into a new community that is more aligned with your innate spiritual vibration. You will feel more at home there and able to share your gifts and talents more freely and with greater support. So let go of situations or relationships that you have been holding on to out of fear. If they are meant to continue with you, they will remain. And if not, they will fall away, creating new space for new connections to come into your life now. This is not a time to hide in what you have known, but to be open to playful connection with kindred spirits soon to be met. The poem by Richard Cohen reads, "When I stood in front of you, I knew something was in store. I could feel the excitement of our journey ahead, for I had been that way before. Each person comes into our life with lessons we may see, and in the reflection of that other self is that person we can be." Ah, gorgeous. Now, I'm going to close this reading out by saying I apologize. I don't mean to scare anyone with any of the messages that I bring, but I cannot help but be guided towards this specific message, paired with the astrology, paired with the synchronicity and the repetitiveness of the number 8 showing up, Leo showing up over and over and over again. Take care of yourself, Pisces. Employ your self-care measures. Be kind to yourself and save some of that kindness for others, because we're all going through this right now. I will be back on the new moon at the end of the month to pull more cards for you. I hope that absolutely none of this comes your way. Please take care of yourself, Pisces. I love you. I'll see you soon. Namaste, y'all.